This. So now the two things, one side, what are the two things? Anybody knows? Yes, Murthy Mataji, what are the two things they have to do together? Which can be clubbed into one? Yes, Nupur, what are the two things which have to be clubbed into one now?
Both killing Jarasandh and performing the Rajasuya Yagya, because
Correct.
Rajasuya Yagya cannot be performed without being victorious in all
Correct.
directions.
So if they both are connected to one only, they're not independent things. Correct. And this is the brain
Hmm.
of Uddhava. Uddhava understood this. Hai na?
Hmm. Hmm.
Correct. Yeah, continue.
But King Jarasandh is not an ordinary man. He has proved a stumbling block even to great warriors because his bodily strength is equal to the strength of 10,000 elephants. If there is anyone who can conquer this king, he is none other than Bhimsen, because he also possesses the strength of 10,000 elephants. The best thing would be for Bhimsen to fight alone with him. Then there
Then there is.
then therefore there would be no unnecessary killing of many soldiers. In fact, it will be very difficult to conquer Jarasandh when he stands with his Akshahuni Akshahuni divisions of soldiers. We may therefore adopt a policy more favorable to the situation. We know that King Jarasandh is very much devoted to the Brahmanas. He is very charitably disposed towards them. He never refuses any request from a Brahmana. I think therefore that Bhimsen should approach Jarasandh in the dress of a Brahmana, beg charity from him, and then personally engage in fighting him. And in order to assure Bhimsen's victory, I think that your lordship should also accompany him. If the fighting takes place in your presence, I am sure Bhimsen will emerge victorious because simply by your presence everything impossible is made possible. Just as Lord Brahma creates this universe and Lord Shiva destroys it simply through your influence.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
Hmm.
So it says Bhima and 10,000. We can't even imagine this. Huh? People having strength of, I think one elephant is Manoj. Huh?
Yes,
I
Guruji.
think the strength of one
Yeah.
elephant is too much. 10,000 elephant. We can't even imagine the strength. What is the strength? In fact, if you go to this place, Bhima was next life Madhvacharya. Hai na? So we have the place called Pachaka, the birthplace of Madhvacharya. And there he performed many miracles, showing the power like this. 10,000 elephant kind. A huge demon came to attack him and he broke. He hit him on the stone. He came in the shape of a python. He killed him. But you see the stone, the impression of the stone as if an elephant has, big size of the elephant has hit on the rock. Boom. So, like that, Bhima did have powers. What is the time Bhima showed power of 10,000 elephant? Any time? Can you guess?
Uh,
See, he
not
was
10,000.
poisoned by Duryodhana,
Ah,
and then he thrown in the river or something. He goes
yeah.
down, and there he fights with some demons over there also. I think I'd forgotten Prabhu. So there he shows he has a strength of 10,000 elephants.
No, that time he goes to some place of Varuna or somewhere where he's given some nectar to drink and he gets the strength. Hana Nupur? That's what I remember reading. Hana?
Prabhuji, I also don't remember that.
No, let us just meditate on this.
Hmm.
Anyway, Bhima showed many times. In the war, he showed the strength. He was used to
Hmm.
walk with his gada and just finish anything on the way. Hana?
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
had tremendous strength, tremendous strength. We can't even conceive. Generally, all we have conceived it, we have seen those nonsense series. Hana? They don't have any faith in all these things. They're all legends. They don't believe supernatural power of Bhima and other thing. So he had great power.
And Prabhuji, he tore Jarasandha into two pieces so many times
Yeah.
Huh?
while killing. He tore Jarasandha, right? So apart, tore apart Jarasandha, his body
Into two. Yeah.
Yeah,
into two. Yeah.
he showed the
I
strength.
think.
Chalo. Okay, so anyway, Bhima was extremely known to be extremely powerful, but this is surprises the people having power of this scale, है ना? 10,000 elephant, isn't it? Surprises. How much energy he can produce in a moment. Boom. There was a person, I don't know what his name. He attacked Draupadi when uh, they were in the Vanavas. And Vanavas last year was Guptavas, no? There was one king who was regularly insulting Draupadi, and in front of everybody will grab her and push her, and finally she got totally harassed. You know, so one day, and king used to do nothing. He was like a commander, and king was totally dependent on the commander at Virat. So finally, Draupadi went to husband Bhima. They were all hiding in different names. Bhima was a cook, correct? You know this? Huh?
Agyatwas?
Virat. Last year they were in Virat, no? They were in different. Arjuna was a teacher of his daughter, no? Finally, Uttara, she became the wife of his Abhimanyu, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
So at that time, there was a king, the commander who was totally harassing Draupadi in front of everybody, and king was helpless, could not do anything because he was too powerful, and he was totally dependent on him. Then what happened one day that Bhima, Draupadi requested Bhima, what kind of husband are you? He's harassing me and you're watching. He said, okay, I'll do something. We are Agyatvat also. So what she did was that one day she told him, come to my chamber, that commander, correct? The commander was delighted and Bhima was hiding there. The moment he saw him, Bhima killed him. He was very powerful. Bhima killed him in no time. And after that, Bhima, because of anger, hit his head so much, all head, legs, and all went inside. It became a pulp, like a pumpkin. He became the body, dead body. That is why Duryodhana, when he heard that, got a doubt because only Bhima could do that. And therefore, he attacked the kingdom of Virata to steal his cows, and all drama happened. Finally, Arjuna came out with the Gandiva and defeated all the Kauravas alone. He defeated Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everybody totally defeated and injured them. That day they just finished a Vanvas. And anyway, this is a big story. Okay.
It's the name of the demon is Kichaka, Prabhu.
Something like that.
Kichaka. Yes, Kichaka. Yes.
You remember, no? Very powerful demon, and he was harassing Draupadi, and she got him killed. That time Bhima showed that power. Okay, let us proceed. We all know Bhima was powerful, no doubt. Okay, yeah. Continue, Nupur Mataji.
Actually, you are creating and destroying the entire cosmic manifestation. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are only the superficially visible causes. Creation and destructions are actually being performed by the invisible time factor, which is your impersonal representation. Everything is under the control of this time factor. If your invisible time factor can perform such wonderful acts through Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, will not your personal presence help Bhimsen to conquer Jarasandha? My dear Lord, when Jarasandha is killed, then the queens of all the imprisoned kings will be so joyful at their husbands being released by your mercy, that they will all begin to sing your glories. They will be as pleased as the gopis were when they were relieved from the hands of Sankhashur. All the great sages, the king of the elephants Gajendra, the goddess of fortune Sita, and your father and mother were all delivered by your causeless mercy. We have also been thus delivered, and we are always singing the transcendental glories of your activities.
Okay, so this is the analysis by whom?
Uddhava.
Uddhava is a great wise man. So he's saying his strength is like 10,000 elephant, only Bhima can match him and finish him. And then he says that actually everybody is superficially acting. Finally, it's your strength. Can Kala, the invisible time factor, can do so many things. Then you have personal presence, definitely. Why Jarasandha cannot be smashed? Then everybody will be very happy when Jarasandha, all the kings, imagine he must be so powerful, was forcefully capturing the kings, and I think he wanted to do Narabali, something like that. He wanted to slaughter them in front of Devi, something. All these kings.
Oh my God.
That husband be released by your mercy, they'll all begin to sing your glories. They will ask please the gopis when they're relieved from the hands of Shankashura. Yes. All the great sages, elephant, Gajendra, Sita, and your father are all delivered by your causeless mercy. Deliberate of singing the translation. Yes, continue.
Therefore, I think that if the killing of Jarasandh is undertaken first, that will automatically solve many other problems. As for the Rajasuya sacrifice arranged in Hastinapur, it will be held either because of the pious activities of the imprisoned kings or the impious activities of Jarasandh. My lord, it appears that you are also personally to go to Hastinapur to perform this great sacrifice, so that the demoniac kings like Jarasandh and Shishupal may be conquered. The pious imprisoned kings released, and at the same time the great Rajasuya sacrifice performed. Considering all these points, I think that your lordship should immediately proceed to Hastinapur. Also, they go for Rajasuya first and then go kill Jarasandh.
Yeah, continue then.
Hmm. This advice of Uddhava's was appreciated by all who were present in the assembly, and everyone considered that Lord Krishna's going to Hastinapur would be beneficial from all points of view. The great sage Narada, the elder personalities of the Yadu dynasty, and the supreme personality of God Krishna himself all supported the statement of Uddhava. Lord Krishna then took permission from his
Father was
father Vasudev and grandfather, yeah,
focused.
and grandfather Ugrasen, and he immediately ordered his servants Daruka and Jaitra to arrange for travel to Hastinapur. When everything was prepared, Lord Krishna especially bid farewell to Lord Balaram and the king of Yadus Ugrasen. And after dispatching his queens along with their children and sending their necessary luggage ahead,
Hello?
he mounted his chariot,
Yeah.
which bore the flag marked with the symbol of Garuda.
No, now it's late. Uh, uh, yeah, tell me. Yes. Welcome, Shisha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ah. Uh, we can meet me tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay. Can we? Mataji, what is happening? This is late. ठीक है ठीक है Mataji, now what is happening now? Now is this okay? Nupur, you can keep reading.
Okay. Before
Shisha,
starting the procession,
Shisha, you can
Lord
comment. Some
Krishna
call has
satis-
come. Okay.
Okay, okay.
ठीक है man. Yeah, continue.
bef- Before starting the procession, Lord Krishna satisfied the great sage Narada by offering him different kinds of worshipable articles. Naradji wanted to fall at the lotus feet of Krishna, but because the Lord was playing the part of a human being, he simply offered his respects within his mind, and fixing the transcendental form of the Lord within his heart, he left the assembly house by the airways. Usually, the sage Narada never walks on the surface of the globe, but travels in outer space. After the departure of Narad, Lord Krishna addressed the messenger who had come from the imprisoned kings. He told him that they should not be worried. He would very soon arrange to kill the king of Magad, Jarasandh. Thus he wished good fortune to all the imprisoned kings and the messenger. After receiving his assurance from Lord Krishna, the messenger returned to the imprisoned kings and informed them of the happy news of the Lord's forthcoming visit. All the kings became joyful at the news and began to wait very anxiously for the Lord's arrival. The chariot of Lord Krishna began to proceed.
Hare Krishna.
Alex.
Sorry, what happened? Nupur, some call, somebody, some huge, depression problem. So we can't just
Oh.
cut off. People feel bad. So just had to talk
Yeah.
2 minutes. That's a call follow up. I'll give to Shisha. He can do. Shisha can do better counseling, huh? They, take care. Before starting the procession, Lord is satisfied. Now the offering a different kind of worship. We will take all of the feet of Krishna because Lord was playing the one evening simply out as well. But Narada wanted to follow the feet of Krishna. What he can do? Krishna is playing drama, you know. He has to accept all this. He can transcend and keeping see, he has Krishna in his heart, you know. And he went by the airways, unlimitedly powerful. Is that Krishna in your heart? You get all the powers. Hare Krishna Prem usually says Narada never mocks himself, he travels in outer space. He told him that they should not be worried. He very soon arranged to kill King of Magadha, Jarasandha. They wished good fortune all in prison. So the three people landed up, Hannah. Two people landed up. As in a previous chapter, Nupur, one messenger came from those kings, Hannah.
Yes, yes.
Narada. Why Narada landed up at that time? Generally, Narada brings some information which is confidential. Everybody remember the sequence?
He came to talk about the Rajasuya Yagya of King Yudhishthira.
Oh, he brought the message he wanted to do Rajasuya Yagna. And the messengers talked about this. The two things came together. Hannah? Okay, and then Uddhava has combined them. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The chariot.
Now where you have to start? The chariot, yeah.
The chariot of Lord Krishna began to proceed. In the next page, Prabhuji. Accompanied by many other chariots, along with elephants, cavalry, infantry, and similar royal paraphernalia. Bugles, drums, trumpets, conch shells, horns, and coronets all began to produce a loud, auspicious sound which vibrated in all directions. The 16,000 queens, headed by the goddess of fortune, Rukmani Devi, the ideal wife of Lord Krishna, and accompanied by their respective sons, all followed behind Lord Krishna. They were dressed in costly garments decorated with ornaments, and their bodies were smeared with sandalwood pulp and garlanded with fragrant flowers. Riding on palanquins which were nicely decorated with silks, flags, and golden lace, they followed their exalted husband, Lord Krishna. The infantry soldiers carried shields, swords, and lances in their hands and acted as royal bodyguards to the queen. In the rear of the procession were the wives and the children of all the other followers, and there were many society girls also following. Many beasts of burden like bulls, buffaloes, mules, and asses carried the camps, beddings, and carpets, and the women who were following were seated in separate palanquins on the backs of camels. This panoramic procession was accompanied by the shouts of the people and was full with display of different color flags, umbrellas, and whisks, and different varieties of weapons, dress, ornaments, helmets, and armaments. The procession being reflected in the sunshine appeared just like an ocean with high waves and sharks.
It's a huge procession, huh? 16,000 only queens only, you know? Which is on a palanquin. In each palanquin, two people. 32,000 people are just holding the palanquins. Soldiers protecting. It's like an ocean, है ना? This procession like this is an ocean. Yeah. Continue.
In this way, the procession of Lord Krishna's party advanced towards Hastinapur, New Delhi, and gradually passed through the kingdoms of Anartha, Gujarat province, Sauvira, Saurat, and great desert of Rajasthan, and then Kurukshetra. In between those kingdoms, there were many mountains, rivers, towns, villages, pasturing grounds, and mining fields. The procession passed through all of these places in its advance. On his way to Hastinapur, the Lord crossed two big rivers, the Traswati and the Saraswati. And then he crossed the province of Panchal and the province of Matsya. In this way, ultimately, he arrived at Indraprasth. The audience of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is not very commonplace. Therefore, when King Yudhishthir heard that Lord Krishna had already arrived in his capital city Hastinapur, he became so joyful that all his hair stood on the end in great ecstasy, and he immediately came out of the city to properly receive him. He ordered the musical vibration of different instruments and songs, and the learned Brahmanas of the city began to chant the hymns of the Vedas very loudly. Lord Krishna is known as Rishikesh, the master of the senses, and King Yudhishthir went forward to receive him exactly as the senses meet the consciousness of life. King Yudhishthir was the elderly cousin of Krishna. Naturally, he had great affection for the Lord, and as soon as he saw him, his heart became filled with great love and affection. He had not seen the Lord for many days, and therefore he thought himself most fortunate to see him present before him. The king therefore began to embrace Lord Krishna again and again in great affection. The eternal form of Lord Krishna is the everlasting residence of the goddess of fortune. As soon as King Yudhishthira embraced him, he became free from all the contamination of material existence. He immediately felt a transcendental bliss, and he merged in an ocean of happiness. There were tears in his eyes, and his body shook due to ecstasy. He completely forgot that he was living in this material world. After this, Bhimasen, the second brother of the Pandavas, smiled and embraced Lord Krishna, thinking of him as his own maternal cousin, and thus he was merged in great ecstasy. Bhimsen was also filled with ecstasy that for the time being he forgot his material existence. Then Lord Shri Krishna himself embraced the other three Pandavas, Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev. The eyes of all three brothers were inundated with tears, and Arjun began to embrace Krishna again and again because they were intimate friends. The two younger Pandava brothers, after being embraced by Lord Krishna, fell down at his lotus feet to offer their respects. Lord Krishna thereafter offered his obeisances to the Brahmanas present there, as well as to the elderly members of the Kuru dynasty like Bhishma, Drona, and Dhritarashtra. There were many kings of different provinces such as Kuru, Srijanya, Srijaya, and Kekaya, and Lord Krishna duly reciprocated greetings and respects with them. The professional reciters like the Sutas, Magadhas, and Vandinas, accompanied by the Brahmanas, began to offer their respectful prayers to the Lord. Artists.
Okay, so here, wait a minute. Now let us just understand this. What's happening? This is before the war. He has come to Hastinapur, and the Pandavas have their own part of the kingdom. No, kingdom was divided into two parts at that time. One part of the Duryodhana, one part of Yudhishthira. Isn't it so? Correct.
Yeah, bro.
And what Yudhishthira got is actually a barren place, isn't it? But by the help, they converted into a massive thing. No.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Indraprastha.
Huh?
Indraprastha, that kind of forest there.
Huh?
They converted the forest into that barren land. They made it this one.
Yeah, with the using Mayadanav and Vishwakarma. Huh? Vishwakarma played the main construction. Mayadana made some magic in that. Correct? Something like that. And then this became so beautiful. That's why Duryodhana was envious of the thing. Hana? Correct? I think this is before the Vanvas, this whole thing. Huh? Because after Vanvas was only war. There was no living peacefully, nothing. Okay? What do you say? Just trying to get.
After the war, there was
He's in actually, no, he's in Indraprastha, no? He's staying in Indraprastha. His main town is Indraprastha.
this is
Indraprastha is the one they developed, no?
yeah.
Hastinapur, they have count, that is their capital city, Hana? But they are, because there you see Bhishma, Durana, all have met him, Hana? Dhritarashtra. Correct? And we can see all the Pandavas, such great devotees. They're feeling so much ecstasy in seeing Krishna. Chalo. See, he met Bhishma, Durana, that will happen in Hastinapur. Dhritarashtra is blind, he can't travel to Indraprastha, Hana?
Yeah.
And Bhishma Drona could have gone, but they are all easy for them because that's a headquarter for them also, Bhishma Drona. Hai. So I think they have come to receive them there, and then finally I think they go to their town of Indraprastha. There is eating and Professor Decider Suta Shinjay Cake and Mogada one the company. Yeah, continue. How much we have?
Artist and musician.
How much we will be able to do? So one take 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's okay. 15 minutes more done. Okay.
Artists and musicians like the Gandharvas, as well as the royal jokers, began to play their drums, conch shells, kettle drums, veenas, mridanganas, and bugles, and they exhibited their dancing art in order to please the Lord. Thus, the all famous Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, entered the great city of Hastinapur, which was opulent in every respect. While Lord Krishna was entering the city, everyone was talking amongst themselves about the glories of the Lord, praising his transcendental name, quality, form, etc. The roads, streets, and lanes of Hastinapur were all sprinkled with fragrant water through the trunks of intoxicated elephants. In different places of the city, there were colorful festoons and flags decorating the houses and streets. At important road crossings, there were gates with golden decorations, and at the two sides of the gates, there were golden water jugs. These beautiful decorations glorified the opulence of the city. Participating in this great ceremony, all the citizens of the city gathered here and there, dressed in colorful new clothing, decorated with ornaments, flower garlands, and fragrant scents. Each and every house was illuminated by hundreds and thousands of lamps placed in different corners of the cornices, walls, columns, bases, and architraves. And from far away, the rays of the lamps resembled the festival of Deepavali, a particular festival observed on the New Year's Day of the Hindu calendar. Within the walls of the houses, fragrant incense was burning, and smoke rose through the windows, making the entire atmosphere very pleasing. On the top of every house, flags were flapping, and the gold water pots kept on the roofs shone very brilliantly.
Yeah, the emperors of the world expect city to be rich, isn't it, Shisha?
Hmm.
Huh? The emperors of the world, we don't expect the poor, the richest city in the world that time. It's like Nupur in New York.
Hmm.
Yeah, and when you go to America, the main city, we think we ought to be here, so opulent. So Hastinapur being the emperors of the world, because whoever is ruling in Hastinapur was the emperor of the world, not only just a small king. So not surprising, we see such opulence. Shisha? It is similar to what we hear about Dwarka, all smoke, they were rich basically. Dwarka is true, Vaikuntha. But this also was very rich. The richest city in the world was Hastinapur. Yeah, continue.
Lord Krishna thus entered the city of the Pandavas, enjoyed the beautiful atmosphere, and slowly proceeded ahead. When the young girls in every house heard that Lord Krishna, the only object worth seeing, was passing on the road, they became very anxious to see this all famous personality. Their hair loosened and their tightened saris became slack due to the hastily rushing to see him. They gave up their household engagements, and those who were lying in bed with their husbands immediately left them and came directly onto the streets to see Lord Krishna.
So
The,
we should
the
we
process.
should be eager. We should be eager like this to see Krishna. Correct? Only object, you see, only object worth seeing. Anna Shisha?
Mhm.
But we see so many things except the deities. There are so many
Except
things worth seeing, so many things worth hearing. Nothing is worth hearing except Krishna consciousness. But we find it very interesting. Nothing is worth seeing except Krishna consciousness, but we keep seeing. That is our stupidity. And nothing is worth eating except Krishna Prasadam, but we keep eating. And nice word, worth eating. Yeah, the procession of elephants.
The, proce- the procession of elephants, horses, chariots, and infantry was very crowded. Some, being unable to see properly in the ground, got up on the roofs of the houses. They were pleased to see Lord Sri Krishna passing with his thousands of queens. They began to shower flowers on the procession, and they embraced Lord Krishna within their minds and gave him a hearty reception. When they saw him in the midst of his many queens, like the full moon situated amidst many luminaries, they began to talk amongst themselves. One girl said to another, "My dear friend, it is very difficult to guess what kind of pious activities these queens might have performed, for they are always enjoying the smiling face and loving glances of Krishna." When Lord Krishna was thus passing on the road, at intervals, some of the citizens who were all rich, respectable, and freed from sinful activities presented auspicious articles to the lords, just to offer him a reception to the city. Thus they worshipped him as humble servitors.
Yeah, continue.
When Lord Krishna entered the palace, all the ladies became overwhelmed with affection just upon seeing him. They immediately received Lord Krishna with glittering eyes, expressing their love and affection from him. And Lord Krishna smiled and accepted their feelings and gestures of reception. When Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas, saw her nephew Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, she became overpowered with love and affection. She at once got up from her bedstead and appeared before him with her daughter in law Draupadi, and in maternal love and affection she embraced him. As he as he brought Krishna within the palace, King Yudhishthir became so confused in his jubilation that he practically forgot what he was to do at the time in order to receive Krishna and worship him properly.
So nice, no?
Lord Krishna. Mhm.
So nice. See,
Mm,
Pandavas are such great devotees, you know. And you see, there's a third-rate
mm,
TV series. They don't picturize this at all, isn't it, Shisha? Anna? They don't picturize the main reason why Pandavas are worship. It is not because of skill or other thing. They loved Krishna. You know? You see, Yudhishthira Maharaj, previously we read in this chapter how Bhima, how Arjuna, how Nakul Sahdev, all eyes are filled with tears of love. You know? Pandavas loved Krishna. They are great devotees actually. So this is a very
mm,
important. Huh? Yudhishthira is getting confused on what to do. He's a big emperor
mm.
though. He's a big personality, but he's getting confused when Krishna has come, what to do, what to do. Then Lord Krishna, delightfully.
Lord, Lord Krishna delightfully offered his respects and obeisances to Kunti and other elderly ladies of the palace. His younger sister Subhadra was also standing there with Draupadi, and both offered their respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of the Lord. At the indication of her mother-in-law, Draupadi bought clothing, ornaments, and garlands, and with this paraphernalia they received the queens Rukmini, Satyabhama, Bhadra, Jambati, Kalindi, Mitravinda, Lakshmana, and the devoted Satya. These principal queens of Krishna were first received, and then the remaining queens were also offered a proper reception. King Yudhishthir arranged for Krishna's rest and saw that all who came along with him, namely his queens, his soldiers, his ministers, and his secretaries, were comfortably situated. He had arranged that they would experience a new feature of reception every day while staying as guests of the Pandavas.
So it's not easy
It
to
was
invite Krishna, huh?
hmm,
16,000 queens will come, and every day you have to give a different reception. Huh?
hmm,
Hmm? Not easy. Manoj, ready to invite Krishna? You have to make arrangement in. I don't think in London you have that many hotel rooms. 60,000. And plus all ministers, soldiers will also be in lakhs. Hai. You can't have that
hmm.
much space itself to stay. Isn't it, Manoj?
Security guards.
Yeah.
But I think main thing important is the heart. When we were small
Hmm.
children, we used to go to Nainital every summer because it's very cool and Delhi is hot. And we are from Nainital, so not an issue. And we could never stay in hotel. We had to stay in some relative's house. And it used to be great
Mhm.
happiness. They used to love you stay with them. Huh? Heart was big. Today, hospitality is not there. Nobody wants anybody to stay. Isn't it? The privacy
Yeah.
is main thing. And privacy for sinful activities. People want to have privacy to do
Yeah.
sinful activities. Chalo. It was during this time.
It was during at this time that Lord Shri Krishna, with the help of Arjuna for the satisfaction of the fire god Agni, allowed Agni to devour the Khanda forest. During the forest fire, Krishna saved the demon Mayasur, who was hiding in the forest. Upon being saved, Mayasur felt obliged to the Pandavas and Lord Krishna, and he constructed a wonderful assembly house within the city of Hastinapur. In this way, Lord Krishna, in order to please King Yudhishthir, remained in the city of Hastinapur for several months. During his stay, he enjoyed strolling here and there. He used to drive on chariots along with Arjuna, and many warriors and soldiers used to follow them. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the second volume, 16th chapter of Krishna, Lord Krishna in Indraprastha city.
ठीक है. Assembly house within the city of Hastinapur. Was it in the Indraprastha, Shisha?
Yeah, bro.
Why does it say the city of Hastinapur?
Actually, Hastinapur is the capital king, the main this kingdom. Actually, that is the main. That is a newly formed kingdom. Indraprastha is a newly formed.
Okay, it's nearby. Hana?
It's nearby. Yeah.
It's part of
Yeah.
New Bangalore, perhaps.
Yeah.
New Assembly House? So take care. Yes. Anyway, in this way, Lord Krishna, please remain in the city of Hasana a few months. During this day, he enjoyed strolling here and there. He should drive in the chariot along with Arjuna because he's giving Arjuna some practice, no? Big war he has to do, Arjuna, so he's taking him along. That's why he should take Arjuna for hunting other expeditions. So basically, he wanted Arjuna to get ready. He will be the chief warrior in the huge war Krishna is arranging. Okay, it's time for us. Nupur Mataji, it's fine.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, a
Sure.
little tired. Manoj, Hare Krishna, Manoj.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you,
We had
Prabhuji.
such a nice kirtan today. Such a nice kirtan. Nice program.
Yeah.
We had gone to one house. Nice kirtan class. So I was getting late. Some students were there talking to them. But I was thinking not twice. So, okay, we did one chapter today. Something.
Mm.
Yes, Shisha, any comments on Jarasandha Leela?
It's worth seeing this Krishna.
Liberation. Yeah, so nice, Hannah.
Yeah, that worth is talking about Krishna.
Very nice. And nothing is glittering eyes.
Everything. Yeah. Only that things only make happy. All other things causes anxiety. If you take one also, it will cause anxiety.
When the young girls in today, I think this is the best line for today. When the young girls in every house heard the Lord Krishna, the only object worth seeing. So nice. Prabhupada is full of sweet realization, isn't it, Shisha? Anna? How can you write like this? The only object worth seeing. If you can get this convinced, Nupur, your life is successful. Only object worth seeing.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And nobody's worth seeing. Therefore, when Lakshmi came out of the Samudra Manthana, all Devata Dana lined up nicely with dressed up straight and trying to look handsome. She straight went to Krishna and garland there. Because he's the only person worth seeing. Rest all people, in the clutches of karma, kala, what they are worth seeing. Packets of stool and urine. So Krishna is the only object worth seeing. Okay, with this line we close. Manoj, anything other line you remember from this today's?
No, Prabhuji.
This was the sweetest line. Now look at the procession.
Yes.
We talked about how Krishna comes to your place. You have to be ready. 16,000. Everybody say, Krishna, please come. I say, I'm coming, but I'm coming as 16,100 wives. You say, oh, Krishna, please. I will become bankrupt. I don't have that much. And every day, a different reception. You will finish. And the queens are also having servants.
But Prabhuji, that will be a great fortune, I think. Bali Maharaj, right? So as the third
You'll try.
step offered his own head.
You'll try, Manoj will try.
Yeah.
Krishna, please come. Don't come with your kings, queens. What do you say, Nupur?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo, Kartik month is starting now. Few days more. Okay, Shisha?
Yeah.
24th, I think. Karthik is starting. So you're all welcome to join us. Okay. And we will try as much. This time we're trying how many diyas we can do. I was just joking to devotees. Let us do Laksha diya, offer 1 lakh diyas. So I went to some places. Some people have agreed. They'll help me. Let us see how it happens. We can offer as many lamps
Nice.
to the Lord as possible. Nupur can help us. You can offer every day 1 lamp and tell 30 you're done from there. Hai.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji.
Yes, you should offer. Kartik month, no, diya is a small thing. Hai.
Hmm. I have, yeah.
So you get from the shops, Indian shops, and then make a
Yes.
diya. And you know that prayer? Manoj, you know this prayer?
Hmm.
Nama Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Prasad Kundalam Gokule Brajamana. Hannah?
Hmm. I
Yes,
think you
Prabhu.
have sent this prayer before on WhatsApp.
Anyway, we can send you the
Last.
prayer. Nama Ishwaram, this is called, what is it called? Shisha, what is the name of this prayer? I said if anybody recites this prayer, Damodar Ashtaka. Damodar Ashtaka. Whole prayer is a meditation, Mother Yashoda tying Krishna. That's all. Damodara. That's the prayer. Beautiful prayer. You just read the prayer and the meaning. You feel so blissful. You just read the prayer and the meaning. Take a diya and offer to the Lord and sit and chant for some time. The Hare Krishna mantra. It takes only 15 minutes. That's all. Manoj, you can also try.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, you
Yes,
can.
Prabhuji. Yes.
And it's a very auspicious in Kartik month to offer. See, any day you can offer deer to the Lord. It's auspicious, correct? But Kartik month is more auspicious. Okay, Diwali will come in the same month. That day you can offer more diyas. Yes, Nupur, we can also try. Shri
Yes,
Shatapan,
Prabhuji.
you are silent means you're silent.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, some sound was coming. So therefore I muted you.
Yes, yes. Actually,
So
in the
you,
society, I stay in a society actually, and they are celebrating something.
oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Which city you are in?
I'm in Indore, Prabhuji, Indore, Madhya
Oh, you are the
Pradesh.
one coming, no, this month end, है ना?
हाँ, 30th of October.
Don't make return ticket, ना? Forward ticket is enough. When you go to spiritual world, we go one way only. Don't book return ticket.
Let's see, Prabhuji, how it would go.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.